Now, an exclusive 2 Works For You investigation. It's an epidemic that's drowning green country. Methamphetamine trafficked in our own backyard, causing widespread crime and killing people. Our investigative team, digging into the problem for years, reveals the lasting impact this drug has on all of us. 2 Works For You anchor Corey Duke investigates how meth continues to plague the state and who investigators are blaming for this epidemic.
The grasp of addiction is so strong that all you can think about is getting the next fix, next high.
The horrors of addiction are the scars of Kyle Hunt's past.
It deteriorates your body, eats you basically from the inside out.
Methamphetamine, a cruel drug, and its harrowing effects blanket Tulsa County.
Was it easy for you to get?
Yeah, I mean, it's wherever.
Hunt, fortunate to have reclaimed his life from the grip of addiction. Others still fight to be freed, battling the temptation every day. Tulsa police say the name of the game has changed dramatically in the past decade.
We were completely inundated with one-pot meth labs, a lot of times what people would call shake and bake meth labs. That year, I believe we worked 431, the Tulsa Police Department did.
In the early 2000s, methamphetamine was a booming business, specifically for users who made it themselves.
It was multiple meth labs a day. It was all throughout the night. It would cause apartment fires, house fires. People would get severe burns.
Mike Agnew, a former addict, knew the risks, but the business was good. So he joined the ranks as not only someone who dealt meth, but cooked it.
In my mind, I was like, you know what? I want to be the best drug dealer there is.
The mindset of most dealers, selling to whoever, whenever, making sure the money kept coming.
Everywhere I went, I could potentially be killed by the person I'm buying from or the person I'm selling.
The fight to curb the meth lab epidemic began in the early 2000s when Oklahoma passed laws to limit access to pseudoephedrine. It worked, and Tulsa saw a dramatic drop in the number of meth labs.
What we really saw and have been seeing for the last 5 to 8 years has been the influx of Mexican drug cartels.
I ended up getting ephedrine from them.
The Mexican cartel, making it easier for meth addicts to get their fix.
They have completely taken over the market. Why risk burning yourself? Why risk definitely going to prison over manufacturing meth when any addict could just go obtain methamphetamine for a much cheaper, much easier way through getting in contact with drug cartels?
The good news, few meth labs. Just one so far this year, compared to the more than 400 in 2011. The bad news, low prices and easier access mean more meth. Joanna Hughes, a therapist at St. John's, sees the impact on real people every day.
The mental health effects of it they're scary. It resembles schizophrenia.
I've had conversations with people that wasn't even there.
These sites, common in the ER.
They can become very combative and aggressive just because they're so confused and so scared, and all of their senses are so heightened.
Hughes and her team worked to calm the person under the influence and determine whether they need admitted to a mental health facility. Tulsa police working to reduce the influx of methamphetamines, which directly correlates to crime, and they're already making a dent.
In 2016, we seized a total of about 80 pounds of methamphetamine, along with our local and state federal partners, and had about 1,000 arrests related to methamphetamine.
In 2 years' time, the department's seen a 400% increase in the seizure of meth and a 40% reduction in arrests. That's from strictly targeting drug traffickers and Mexican cartel operations.
The more you turn it down, the stronger you get.
The meth market's still thriving, though, and while police fight to manage it, addicts fight to control it.
I started when I was 15. I never got a chance to really grow up. I'm figuring out who I am, especially as a man.
It was the look on my kid's face. It was the look on my mother's face. It was the look on my wife's face that actually did it for me. I seen pride in their face again. I seen love, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to live that life no more.
The first step in getting help with addiction is asking for it. Visit your doctor for a referral to treatment or contact an addiction specialist. There are several rehab programs in the city waiting to hear from you and get you help. Corey Duke, 2 Works For You.
Thank you, Corey. And by the way, if you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, help is available, as Corey just mentioned. On KJRH.com, you'll find the phone number for a free confidential treatment referral and information service.